Hey everybody, it's Jaime from No Getting Off This Train. In today's video, I'm sharing 6 different overnight oats recipes that you can meal prep for those hot summer mornings. Now, I have 4 main ingredients that I use in all of my overnight oats. First, obviously, is oats. They're heart healthy and high in fiber, which helps keep you full longer. I use rolled oats because I like the texture, but quick oats are okay too. Next is chia seeds. These are high in fiber and healthy fats, and they absorb the liquid, giving them a consistency like tapioca. I also use Greek yogurt, which adds a protein boost so I stay full longer. Typically, I use the plain non-fat kind, but you can experiment with other flavors. And lastly, I use regular milk as a liquid, but you can use any dairy-free variety as a substitute. So let's get into the recipes. You can find the exact details in the description. First off is apple pie overnight oats. So each of these recipes uses the same amount of the base ingredients. I use 1/3 cup of oats, a 1/3 cup of Greek yogurt, a 1/3 cup of milk, and a teaspoon of chia seeds. Everything seems to absorb pretty well with these amounts. And then I can add the other ingredients accordingly. So for this one, add cinnamon and honey, and then stir all of it together and add diced apples on top. Place the lids on and keep them in the fridge for at least 3 to 4 hours, but preferably overnight. This lets the oats soak up the liquid and become a pudding-like consistency. The next morning, just give the jar a good stir and it's ready to eat. Overnight oats are typically meant to be eaten cold, but you can also heat it if you prefer hot oatmeal. These apple pie oats are so good. Fruit is high in fiber and other nutrients, so I try to add some kind of fruit to all my oat recipes. As you see here, the oats really thicken, so if you like your oatmeal a bit thinner, you can always add a bit more milk. So this next recipe here is just fun. It is banana pudding overnight oats, and while it may have a little bit of extra added sugar, it's totally worth indulging. And again, this recipe starts with the 4 base ingredients of oats, Greek yogurt, milk, and chia seeds. These are 8-ounce mason jars, which fit the ingredients nicely, but they don't give you a lot of room to stir, so keep that in mind. For this variation, add a tablespoon of powdered banana instant pudding mix and honey, and then stir everything together. If you'd rather not use pudding mix, you can always use vanilla protein powder to give it an extra protein boost. Finally, add sliced bananas on top, place the lids on, and keep it in the fridge. When you're ready to eat it, add some whipped cream on top and enjoy. Now, if you really want to make it fun, you can add some Nilla wafers too. And honestly, I think this one was my absolute favorite. And the next one is lemon blueberry, which blends 2 popular summer flavors, and it just has a nice fresh taste. Now again, start with the 4 base ingredients, then add honey and lemon zest and mix it all together. Add the blueberries on top. Now, fresh are just fine, but frozen blueberries are just as good and they can be cheaper. Frozen fruit does fine in overnight oats, but as the blueberries thaw, it'll start to color your oats purple. And again, let them sit overnight and enjoy them the next morning. I actually really enjoyed this one. I'm usually too lazy to zest a lemon, but it was totally worth it for this one. And also, if you don't have mason jars, that is totally fine. You can use any airtight container that you have at home. As you can see, it's still thick, almost like a pudding consistency, which I find to be amazing. And again, if you want it a little bit thinner, you can add some extra milk. This next one is a birthday cake overnight oats, which is also pretty fun because you get to add sprinkles. And again, add the 4 base ingredients, and then add some peanut butter, which adds flavor as well as some healthy fats. And then lastly, add some sprinkles. Honestly, all I had at home were the Christmas sprinkles, so I had a nice red and green theme going on. Mix it all together, put it in the fridge overnight, and it's ready to eat. Feel free to add fruit on top of this. My go-tos are sliced banana, diced apple, or random berries. Now, this next one is carrot cake overnight oats. This is where I regretted using the 8-ounce jars because not everything would fit. Just keep that in mind and adjust if necessary. After adding the 4 base ingredients, add shredded carrots and pineapple chunks, and do your best to mix it all together. The 16-ounce mason jar would be much better for this one. And then when you're ready to eat, add walnut pieces and coconut flakes. If your jar's bigger, you can actually add those ahead of time, but I had no space. And honestly, this one was pretty good, although it took a little bit more effort. I forgot to add cinnamon to this, but that would also enhance the flavor quite a bit. Now this last one is Chunky Monkey Overnight Oats, and this means you get to eat chocolate for breakfast. Add the 4 base ingredients, and then add honey, vanilla, chocolate chips, and walnut pieces. Mix all of it together and store it in the fridge. The next morning, add sliced bananas on top. Now this one was really good, especially because it had a lot of crunchy texture to balance out the soft oats. So those are 6 different overnight oat recipes to try soon. Which one was your favorite? You can find all the recipes down in the description, so make sure you check them out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later.